1. St. Peter's Basilica. 2. St. Peter's Square. 3. The Vatican, with 10,246 rooms. 4. The Bronze Door. 5. Courtyard of Damascus. 6. Vatican Library. 7. Vatican Museum. 8. Belvedere Courtyard. 9. Courtyard of the Pines. 10. Door to the Libraries. 11. Sistine Chapel. 12. Vatican Gardens. 13. Vatican Observatory. 14. Campo Santo. 15. Swiss Guard Quarters Paragraph. In 1929, Pope Pius XI and King Victor Emmanuel III signed an agreement that gave the Pope full control over the Vatican City. It became the smallest independent country in the world. Because of this independence, the Pope is completely free from outside control. Catholics from any nation can visit their spiritual leader, whether the world is at peace or at war. The Pope has full authority to decide matters of faith and morals for the entire Church and to organize church rules and discipline. The Pope's authority covers every church, every bishop, every priest, and every Catholic in the world. He can appoint or remove bishops, call councils, create or cancel laws, send missionaries, and give special favors or permissions. He can even reserve certain sins to be forgiven only by him. The Pope is the highest judge in the Church, and people can appeal to him as the final authority. He is the teacher of all Christians and the chief shepherd of all believers. The word, Pope, comes from the Latin papa, which means father. The Pope is independent from every earthly ruler and every other religious leader. He answers only to God. The Pope's temporal power is his authority to rule an independent country, free from control by any other government. The Catholic Church is worldwide and needs freedom to communicate with millions of members without interference from other nations. When Emperor Constantine became Christian in the early 300s, he gave the Church money and land. Later emperors added even more. In 327, Constantine moved the capital of the empire to Constantinople, leaving Rome unprotected. Barbarians attacked the city again and again. The people turned to the popes for help and leadership. For example, Pope Leo the Great protected Rome from Attila the Hun and from Genseric the Vandal. Over time, the people of central Italy became more and more connected to the popes. In 754, the Lombards invaded Italy and threatened Rome. The Pope begged the emperor in Constantinople for help, but he ignored the request. So the Pope went over the Alps to ask King Pepin of the Franks for protection. Pepin defeated the Lombards and gave their lands to the Pope. Later, in 774, Pepin's son Charlemagne confirmed and expanded these gifts. These lands were called the Papal States, and the popes ruled them until 1859. In 1859, almost all the Papal States were taken by King Victor Emmanuel II during the unification of Italy. In 1870, Rome itself was taken and made the capital of Italy. From then on, the Pope lived like a prisoner inside the Vatican. In 1929, the Lateran Treaty between the Pope and the Italian government officially recognized the Pope as a sovereign ruler of Vatican City. Vatican City is the smallest independent country in the world. At the time of the treaty, it had 532 people, with only about 250 living there. It covers 110 acres and is almost completely surrounded by walls. He has first place in authority and honor over every other bishop. His leadership extends over the entire Christian world. He has special titles such as Pope, Sovereign Pontiff, Roman Pontiff, Holy Father, His Holiness, Vicar of Christ, and Father of Christendom. Yet he calls himself servant of the servants of God, because Jesus said, "Blessed are you," to Peter. The Pope is addressed as Beatisime Pater, Most Holy Father. His office is called the See of Peter, the Holy See, or the Apostolic See. The church under him is often called the Roman Catholic Church. When he is elected, he chooses a new name, just as Jesus gave Peter a new name. Since the 10th century, popes have chosen names used by earlier popes, except for Peter's out of respect. He wears a special triple crown called the tiara, showing his roles as teacher, priest, and pastor. He wears a white cassock, white silk shoes, and carries a staff with a cross. He can give medals, grant knighthoods, send ambassadors, and uses a gold and white flag. 6:30 a.m. wakes up, prays, exercises. 7:10 a.m. goes to his chapel for meditation, mass, and Thanksgiving. 8:30 a.m. breakfast of coffee and dry bread. 8:50 a.m. enters his private study. 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. meets with cardinals, Vatican officials, diplomats, visitors, and the public. 3 p.m. lunch, soup, meat, vegetables, sometimes fruit and cheese, cooked by Franciscan brothers. 4 p.m. walks in the Vatican gardens while reading. 5 p.m. goes to the chapel to pray the rosary and read his breviary. 6 p.m. works in his study. 8 p.m. supper of eggs and fruit, visits chapel to pray. 9 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. or later, works in his study, then prays in the chapel, reads the breviary, and goes to bed, usually sleeping only 5 hours.